This series started on the 13th of May 2024, purely as an unemployed journeyman. It then morphed into an unexpected Pentagon challenge. And now, many months later, and 175 episodes deep over 7 clubs, we could be about to reach the end of the series. Today, we have the Champions League final against Supersport United. Welcome to the video, everybody. And yeah, as I said in the intro, many months this save has been going. I think it's like 8-9 months, and 175 episodes if you include this one. And we are finally at the point where basically the save will be done. We will have an episode tomorrow because we've still got the Pretoria Callies to play in the league and Shakuma to play in the South African Cup final. The Pretoria Callies game is not particularly relevant because we have already won the league now. Since you were last with us, we played Tunis in the last episode on Friday. We then played Amatux in the semi-final of the South African FA Cup, a massive 6-1 win in that game. Kanya Moses with 2 goals, Kamalo with 3 and an own goal from Mabaso as well. They did have a player sent off in the 67th minute, and 2 of our 6 goals did come after that. We then went on and played Chipper United in the league. Now, I did actually record this, but the footage didn't have my audio on it, so I didn't bother keeping the footage, quite honestly. And we won 7-0. Shwene with 2 goals, a hat-trick from Kamalo. Did he get a hat-trick in the last game, Kamalo? Yeah, he did. So back-to-back hat-tricks for Kamalo. Massetti with a goal and Maloto with a goal as well. 7-0 against Chipper United. This was one of the most one-sided games of football I've ever seen in my life. You wouldn't have thought they were in the same division as us. 29 shots at goal, 17 on target, an XG of 5.91. We hit the woodwork. We dominated possession, which isn't a regular thing for us. We were just phenomenal. The first 15 minutes of the game just went on forever. We had an XG of something like 3 after the first 15 minutes of the game, and we didn't even score in that time. Our first goal didn't come until the 41st minute. And I was starting to wonder by the time our first goal went in, if it was going to be one of those games where we just were not going to score. We was going to end up getting beaten 1-0 or draw 1-1 or something like that. But no, comprehensive victories in both games, which brings us to today. And it's the Champions League final, first and second leg. We are away from home in the first leg, which is how I like to have it, and then at home in the second leg. We know we can beat Supersport United. If we actually have a look at the past meetings between us, we will see that it's been a bit of a mixed bag, to say the least. We've won a few, we've lost one, we've drawn a couple. What year are we in now? 39. So we've been here since here basically. And the first 2 games we played against them, we lost. Then we got a draw. Then we won a couple. Then we drew and got beaten. And then we beat them 3-1 in the South African Cup second round. We've obviously never played them in the Champions League before. Overall, in the time this save's been going, they've played each other 46 times, with Supersport United winning 18 times and Cape Town City winning 12. That being said, we are a much different team. We are a much better team than what we've ever been before. And if we have a look at the South African Premiership table, just to bring you up to speed on that, 29 games played from pretty much everybody. We are 5 points ahead of the Orlando Pirates, and they are 2 points ahead of Pretoria Callies. So the final game of the season, Pretoria Callies have got everything to play for because there's an opportunity for them to get into the top 2. Supersport United also, if Pirates and Callies get beaten, a win for Supersport United on the last game of the season would elevate them up to second because of goal difference. Right, it's worth remembering that in terms of the Champions League, away goals do count. So I think there's not really much else to go through. Let's just get straight into the first game of the episode, the away leg in the Champions League final. It does kind of come to my attention as well that this is probably going to be the best opportunity we're going to have to win this Champions League, because so many members of this squad are wanted by other clubs, and I genuinely don't think I'm going to be able to keep hold of many of them, if any, for another season. We've battled so hard with the likes of Ayanda, Massetti, Jabali, Maloto and Kobo, Kamalo, even Shwene, who has been wanted by so many clubs as well. I'm sure Moses will end up getting wanted. I'm surprised Gabes is not. We've just got such a good team here, and you can see by all the green lines and that how well they all play together. And this has been an exceptional team. And Kamalo is probably going to go down as the best striker I've ever had in FM24 in terms of what I'm getting out of him. You know, so far this season, 43 goals and 7 assists is just mental. I don't think I've had that return from anybody in FM24. We've also got the likes of Shalembe that's wanted, Goudiaby who's going. Yeah, we could be in for a tough transfer window if we don't win this Champions League final at the first time of asking. So let's get into the team. We have got one bit of injury news. Masuku, who's usually on our bench, usually comes on for Gabesi. He's out injured. It's not a major injury. He's back in 6 days' time, so he should be available to take his place on the bench for the second leg. But other than that, we've got Gomazulu in goal, Jabali left back, Frimpong right back, Massetti and Ayanda in the centre of defence, Gabesi and Maloto in the centre of midfield, with Moses and Nkobo out wide, Kamalo and Shweni up top. A lot will rely on these two to get the service to these two. So let's see what happens. First leg, away from home. I'll reiterate, I've said this 1,000 times during the course of this series now. When you're in a two-legged tie, I mean, they're in excellent form. We are in excellent form. There's no excuses from anybody, really. But yeah, as I said thousands of times now across the course of this save in two-legged ties, in the away leg, keep yourself in it. If you can win it, great. If you can't win it, try and get a draw. If you're going to get beaten, don't get beaten by more than one goal. That way, you're giving yourself a fighting chance in the home leg. And obviously, if you play the home leg first, you want to win the game. You know, it's as simple as that. And when away goal rules are a factor, you don't want to be conceding while you win. We are in a changed away kit in the yellow today. Supersport are in their blue with red little bibs on it, and they have scored the opening goal. That guy there, with his 9th goal of the season, as Supersport United have taken the lead. They lead 1-0. I'm not going to panic just yet, because as we saw against, I think it was Casablanca, and even ES Tunis, we can go behind but still be able to get ourselves back in the game. We don't really want to go 2-0 down, but we have done. And that is not particularly encouraging. Again, I'm not going to panic yet. There's still time to get ourselves back in the game. But if I'm being honest, I am panicking. Right, here we go. Jabali with a throw-in. So first highlight of the game. Massetti gives it to Gabesi, to Jabali, to Moses, back to Massetti. Passing it around nicely. Gabesi in the midfield. He finds Shweni to Nkobo. If he can get the ball in the box, we stand a chance with these two men up top. He does get the ball in the box. Towards Moses, he hits a post, and Moses puts it in on the rebound for his 8th of the season. Kenya Moses, the man that's taken that first team place since we had to sell Isaac Mofokeng in the January transfer window, and he's got us back in the game again. It's 2-1. We had a similar start against ES Tunis, I think it was, where we went 2-0 down in that game. I think we came back to win the game 3-2 in the end. And that's why I said I'm not panicking, because I know that with the guys we've got up top, we are capable of scoring goals. And if we can get the ball in the box towards Shweni and Kamalo, and especially if Moses is hanging around as well, we do stand a very good chance of scoring a goal. That being said, we're not getting many highlights, even though we've had more opportunities. They have an Nlovu of their own. There's a lot of names that are very similar, or in fact the same. They're in behind here, and that's 3-1. Okay, now I am panicking, because that's not a good start, is it? A 3-1 defeat so far, and it could end up being more. I was going to look at making a substitution even in the 58th minute. There's another highlight. All the highlights, bar our goal, are coming for them. Right, we intercept the ball. Frimpong, he saved his best performances until the Champions League. Shweni managed to get the ball, but then just gave it away. I've said that many, many times about one of our players giving the ball away. You kind of feel that's when we're not playing at our best, is when we're just giving the ball away to the opposition. To be fair, I think it's about the only time I've seen it in this episode so far. But here's Nkobo. It just gives it away. Just pass the ball to someone. Is it too much to ask? Right, they have it now on their left-hand side. We're not closing anyone down. We do win the ball back. Kamalo finds Shweni. Shweni's through and goes. Shweni, he scores it. His 26th goal of the season. He's brought us back in the game. It's 3-2 against Supersport United in the first leg of the Champions League final. And we are going to look at what substitutions we're going to make, because we've got some players that are not playing particularly well. Ayanda is another one of them, and Lovu can come in for him. I'm changing both percent and the goalkeepers. I mean, very frustrated, in danger of losing discipline. I might end up. Do you know what I'm going to? There you go. Mokoena's coming on for him. I've had to do that before because Gomazulu, he can be really good for us, but he just has these performances in him where he's just rubbish. Right, and Kobo with a corner. Oh, and Massetti, I was about to say, is he going to aim for Massetti? And he does. It's another goal from Massetti from corners. It's 3-3. We are right back in this now, ladies and gentlemen. We are really, really in this tie. Right, what else do we want to do? Maloto can come off for Shalembe. I mean, I'm not taking Kamalo off. That's just madness. I think that's going to be the only change we're going to make. I think we're looking a lot better since we made them defensive and goalkeeper substitutions. We have another corner. Kanya Moses will take it. Massetti picks up the loose ball, gives it back to Moses, to Shalembe, and Lovu. Massetti, back to Lovu again. We're kind of going backwards a little bit here, but here's Jabali. What a ball for Shweni. Is it the post? Oh, Shweni. I think he was offside anyway. Yeah, Shweni is offside. Final 10 minutes of the game. If we could get a winner here, this would be mental. It really would. And I think, what else do I want to... Gabessi can come off. No, I don't really fancy Swane coming on. And Davu's going to come on for Kamalo. I know I said I wouldn't take him off, but just to put something else up there. Kamalo's not really done it today. 5 minutes to be added on. I mean, I say Kamalo's not done it today. He has got an assist. And there you have it. Full-time whistle goes. And it's a 3-3 draw against Supersport United. We have done very well to come back and salvage a draw out of that. We're on even terms. We've got 3 away goals. So even if it's a draw in the second leg, unless it's 3-3, 4-4, then we would win on the away goal rule. And yeah, let's have a look, make sure we've got no injuries to speak of. We've got a brief update from the board. Very well done, all that sort of stuff. We set the record for the most amount of Champions League goals. 47 Champions League goals. That is mental. It really is. Okay, let's get over to part 2 and let's get the second leg at home against Supersport United underway. And here we are. This is it. The one game that stands between me and Champions League glory and Pentagon Challenge glory at that. Right, we do make one change to the bench. Masuku's fit enough to come back onto the bench, so he comes in and Swane drops out. So Gomazulu in goal, Jabali left back, Frimpong right back, Massetti and Ayanda in the centre of defence, Gabessi and Maloto in the centre of midfield, Moses and Nkobo out wide with Kamalo and Shweni up top. Let's do this. Let's get into the final. It's basically win or bust. I mean, technically we can draw 1-1 or 2-2 as well, but we want to win it in style. Let's face it. We don't want to win this because we get a 2-2 draw or something like that, and we win it on away goals. I don't care if we do. I'll be quite honest. I'll take that. But we are the home team against Supersport United. We're in our usual blue. If we win it, we lift the trophy on our own ground as well, which makes it even more special, let's be honest. Right, very slow start to the first 15 minutes. Only one shot in the game, and that was to Supersport United. We've had a shot since then, but it wasn't on target. Here's the first highlight, though. Frimpong with ball into the box. Moses, Kenya Moses, his 9th goal of the season. We are 1-0 up. What a ball from Frimpong. I said earlier on, he seems to save his best football for the Champions League. He's got us an assist. Moses has got us the goal. We're 1-0 up. Oh, I'm so nervously excited. I'll tell you what, Africa, for a place to come on Football Manager, it does pose a challenge, I've got to say. And I hated it when I first got here, as you guys full well know. But as I've stayed here longer and I've put my mark on the team and all that sort of stuff, I have slowly but surely started to enjoy it. And if we win this Champions League at the first time of asking, then I will be enjoying it even more. To be fair, the Champions League trophies that we've had in this save have all been relatively straightforward, with the exception of in Europe with Monaco and Dortmund. It took us several seasons to pick up the Champions League trophy there. I was just about to make some substitutions, but now Supersport United have a highlight. There's an opportunity for us to win the ball back there. We do eventually win it back. Kamalo gets on the end of a pass. We'll credit as a pass. Gabessi to Maloto. It's 2-0. Maloto with his 5th goal of the season. A defensive midfielder. He's given us a 2-goal lead. There's daylight between us and Supersport United. Right, I wanted to make substitutions. What substitutions do I want to make? Moses is looking a bit tired. I think we're going to bring Kalashaweo on. Are we? I don't really know if I want to make any substitutions, if I'm quite honest. I think, actually, I'm just going to leave it for another 5 minutes or so. Because we're playing well. No one looks overly tired, so it doesn't seem a need to really bring anybody off at the moment. We'll make the changes now because there are a couple of tired legs out. We want to get some... We'll bring Maloto off for... Actually, no, let's bring Gabessi off and Shalembe can come on there. He can add a bit more. Do we even change him to a defensive midfielder? No, I don't think we will. We're leaving him as a deep line playmaker. He's a bit better defensively than what Masuku is. And I think Moses can come off for Metabula. And that'll be it for now. We'll give it another 5 minutes before we make our next substitutions. At the moment, we are 6 minutes away from glory. A short corner. Shawini with a ball into the box. Kamalo couldn't put it in. I mean, I've given Kamalo the big build-up to this game, and he's not really done a great deal in either leg of the final. Here's Metabula with a proper corner this time. He gets it back from Ander, puts the ball back in the box again. It comes out for Shalembe, and the ball goes out for a throw-in, and I was about to say, I think that's going to be... I'm going to make the substitution now, even though it's not happening yet. It might force it into happening. I think Ayanda can come off for Nlovu. And Kobo can come on off for Kalashaweo. There you go. Bit of fresh legs in defence. The throw-in does get cancelled. Oh, with 3 minutes plus added time away, they have a highlight. Down the right-hand side, they've got past the man, and Gomazulu comes out. What a claim from Gomazulu. What a man he is. Long punt upfield towards Kamalo. He wins the header. Maloto picks up the ball to Kalashaweo. Can he get a ball into the box? He does towards Kamalo, and that was his opportunity, but it's gone over the bar. Why do you always get so many highlights right at the end of a game of football? I mean, to be fair, you get this in real life as well, where teams are putting so much pressure on the opposition. Kalashaweo, a great ball to Shawini. Kamalo, he always comes up trumps. 44th goal of the season for Kamalo. They thought they could keep him out of this tie, but you can't keep that man quiet, I'm telling you. And we have won the Champions League, folks. Oh, my word. I can't believe we've done it. Here's the trophy lift. The African Champions League is in the bag. Cape Town City are the team that we end the Unemployed Journeyman with. What a performance. 3-3 in the first leg, coming from behind. 3-0 in the second leg. There's the trophy, the beautiful African Champions Cup trophy. There's me with my 2 security guards. And there's the trophy lift, the fireworks, the confetti, the Champions League name there, the little stand we're on with the FM colours. Oh my word, I can't believe it. The first time in all the years I've been playing Football Manager that I've ever completed a Pentagon challenge. I mean, to be fair, I've never really tried it in the past. But we've done it. We've completed the Pentagon challenge with Cape Town City. And I'm pretty speechless, which probably isn't very good news for a YouTube video, let's face it. Right, let's have a quick look at our inbox. Yep, all of that. Famous quote. We are so far doing a clean sweep. We received 2 million. I've been praised by the Cape Town City supporters for our first ever Champions League trophy. Shawini was impressive. Yep, you get the applause and you can have a pat on the back. African competition rankings announced. We remain in 3rd position. We get a payout for the players. Bonuses, I mean, Massetti has earned that 10 grand, to be fair. I'm not sure any of the others. I mean, maybe in Daewoo, but, you know. And our assistant manager is delighted with it. If you have a look at the finances, £2.2 million in the bank. And all we've got left this season, I say all we've got left, we've got the Pretoria Callies and Shakuma to come, a league game and a South African Cup final. And the reason why that game against Shakuma, who are a first division side, they're not a Premiership side, but why that's so important is because we've won the league, we've won the Champions League, we've won the South African Knockout Cup, we've won the Super 8s. This is all that stands in our way of an absolutely legendary and iconic season. And there you go, one African Champions League trophy, our first ever Premier Soccer Division or Premiership Soccer League, our first South African FA Cup that's not us, we've not won that. Have we? No, we've not. No, we won the Super 8s last season, we won that 5 times. And the Knockouts Cup, no, we didn't win that. I'm getting so confused. It was this one we won, the Knockouts Cup. We won that last season for the 5th time. We've won that 5 times now. So, yeah, we've won our first ever South African Premier Soccer League trophy and our first ever African Champions League trophy at Cape Town City. Right, tomorrow's video, can we complete the clean sweep? Oh my God, I can't believe we won the Champions League. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Surely winning the Champions League deserves a like on the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.